Let's detach Errol Spence Jr.'s name from Terrence Bud Crawford's name. I'm not even gonna do no introduction, because I've been sitting back and I've been watching what's been going on in boxing. Now, I've seen Terrence Bud Crawford live. I've seen everything. I've seen Terrence Bud Crawford next opponent. Terrence Bud Crawford pulled out a negotiation. Errol Spence Jr. is playing on his fans' emotions. I've seen it all. You feel me? And I want to say something. And this make a lot of sense, and I want everybody to do the same. And this is going to be the best thing that ever happened to boxing, right? For Terrence Bud Crawford fans, I should say. Let's detach Errol Spence Jr.'s name from Terrence Bud Crawford, right? When you detach Errol Spence Jr.'s name from Terrence Bud Crawford, what do we have, right? We got Errol Spence Jr. that spent 10 years in boxing, right, with 3 belts, 2 weight division fighters, started his career at 154, didn't do nothing at 154, had 8 fights at 154, and then came down at 147, spent 10 years at 147, right, and only have 3 belts, right? And if you look at Terrence Bud Crawford, you see a 3 weight division champion, right, former undisputed champion, Ring Magazine champion, right, and the list goes on, right? Let's detach these guys' names from each other and look who is going in the Hall of Fame, right? Because the fans can't put Errol Spence Jr. in the Hall of Fame. The fans can't land Errol Spence Jr. in the Hall of Fame. Boxing Eagle, Fanon, all these nut-sucking channels, they can't land Errol Spence Jr. in the Hall of Fame. They can't land him in the Hall of Fame. He's not going in the Hall of Fame because of the fans. The fans cannot put him in the Hall of Fame. The narrative that's being created around this man is just a fucking lie. And he has a cult support. He has a cult support. Not fans, they're supporters, right? They're supporters from rap niggas like Yellow Beasley, you feel me? And they support Errol Spence Jr. That's why you can't have an intelligent conversation with them. They're just gonna try to deflect everything and try to blame Terrence Bud Crawford for everything. Now, let's put out everything on the table, right? If you look at what's been going on, right? Errol Spence Jr. has 3 belts, right? He needs 1 belt to become undisputed, right? They say that Errol Spence Jr. is a star, right? He's a superstar, right? Imagine if Errol Spence Jr. get that belt, right? Imagine if he beat Terrence Bud Crawford and he get that belt, right? He's on top of the motherfucking world, right? So the problem is Al Heyman is afraid to bet on Errol Spence Jr. How do I know he's afraid to bet on Errol Spence Jr.? Because everybody else that Errol Spence Jr. fought got guarantees. Errol Spence Jr. came out and said, oh, I didn't get a guarantee. That should show you how much Al Heyman thinks about you, brother, man. That should show you how much he thinks about you. You got 3 belts, and you just need 1 belt to become undisputed. But you can't get a guarantee, right? You can't get a guarantee. Your opponent that's going to elevate you to the next level, to superstardom, he can't get a guarantee either. Do you think that Al Heyman really care about you? So my question is to y'all, why isn't the fans or the supporters of Errol Spence Jr. holding Al Heyman accountable just like how y'all hold Bob Arum accountable? Why y'all not telling Errol Spence Jr. to leave Al, right? Because Errol Spence Jr. needs 1 more belt to become undisputed. And Al Heyman is not doing everything in his power to make sure that Terrence Bud Crawford is happy so Errol Spence Jr. can become undisputed. And this is supposed to be his prize fighter, right? And the reason why he's not willing to make that fight with Terrence Bud Crawford is because he doesn't believe in his prize fighter. He doesn't believe in his prize fighter. Now, if Terrence Bud Crawford was on the PBC, right, Al Heyman would have been made that fight. You know why? Because it didn't matter who win or lose. He's still going to get money. But because Terrence Bud Crawford is not signed with the PBC, it's too risky. It's too risky. He has to bet on Errol Spence Jr., which he's not willing to do. And I would just wish the supporters of Errol Spence Jr. will understand that. Y'all got to stop being idiots, bro. If y'all are fans of boxing, then y'all got to wake up and realize that Terrence Bud Crawford isn't the problem. They made hurdles. They made hurdles the whole time. They told us, man, yo, you got to leave Bob Arum, right? When you leave Bob Arum, and I'm mad talking about this. I wasn't going to make a video, but I'm like, what? I'm not doing shit, you feel me? I've been working, I've been busy, I've been doing a lot of shit, you feel me? I don't even have time to sit here and talk about something that it should be already established, bro. Everybody knows this already, bro. Everybody already knows this. Even the Errol Spence Jr. supporters, his cult supporters, I'm pretty sure they know this. They know that Terrence Bud Crawford is not the problem. They just invested so much time in Errol Spence Jr. and so much energy in him, they can't succumb to the fact that it's them over there that's holding up the fight, that they don't really want to fight. Errol Spence Jr. fans is like delusional females. You know, when a nigga cheat on a female time after time, they will see text messages. The nigga will come in at 5 o'clock in the morning with lipstick, with female perfume, and they will still think that he's not cheating. They will still think that he's the best boyfriend. They're delusional ass females. That's what they are, bro. Errol Spence Jr. fans. No matter what happens, they're still gonna say it's Terrence Bud Crawford, bro. No matter what happens. So Terrence Bud Crawford pulled out of the negotiation right after this nigga Mayweather came out and said the fight is not going to happen. I don't get the shit. Mayweather came out and said the fight is not going to happen right now. It's going to happen further down the line. That's what Mayweather came out and said, right? Mayweather told the whole world 4 years ago, and I was going to make a video about that. He told the world 4 years ago that Al Heyman and him, they're business partners. They're one, right? So he knows every negotiation that happens within the PBC, right? And he's telling y'all that the fight is not going to happen. He said that 4 years ago, that the fight is not going to happen. It's going to happen further down the line. And a month ago, when Mike Coppinger came out and said that the fight was going to happen in November, Mayweather came out and said, I don't know where he get this from, but the fight is not going to happen now. It's going to happen further down the line. So now that Terrence Bud Crawford realized that they don't want to make the fight happen, they're still trying to age him out. He said, you know what? I got to stay fresh. I got to stay in the gym, and I want to fight. So instead of me waiting for Errol Spence Jr., when I don't have no guarantees, right? And it's not even guaranteed that I'm going to even be fighting this man, right? Why not I go and fight somebody, top 5 fighter in the top 10 fighter in the welterweight division, right? And make $10 million. Like, I don't understand. If you're a fan of boxing, there's no way, and you're a logical person, there's no way y'all should have problem with what Terrence Bud Crawford did. But y'all gonna make it look like Terrence Bud Crawford is ducking Errol Spence Jr. when all of this shit that's been going on, y'all see all the hurdles. Leave Bob. You gotta sign over there to the PBC. Terrence Bud Crawford signed to Fox, the same network that they fight on. He did everything. He petitioned to fight Errol Spence Jr. That got denied. He did everything in his power to try to fight Errol Spence Jr. Right? And Terrence Bud Crawford already has a legacy. Like I said, if you detach their name from each other, Terrence Bud Crawford is Hall of Famer. The reason why Errol Spence Jr. is relevant is because his name is attached to Terrence Bud Crawford. That's in the boxing world. We ain't talking about fans. We talking about in the boxing world. We talking about fighters. We talking about people. We talking about retired boxers, right? We talking about people that actually knows boxing. We ain't talking about fanatics. We ain't talking about supporters. We're talking about in the boxing world. In the boxing world, they know that Errol Spence Jr. is nowhere close to Terrence Bud Crawford. That's why all the legends choose Terrence Bud Crawford to beat Errol Spence Jr. That's why Al Heyman is not willing to bet on Errol Spence Jr. That's why Mayweather says that Terrence Bud Crawford is the best fighter right now, not Errol Spence Jr., bro. It's a reason why the fight is not happening right now, and the fight probably is never going to happen. They're still trying to fish to replace Terrence Bud Crawford. That's why Keith Thurman is the mandatory for Terrence Bud Crawford right now. And I want to address some things, too. Y'all got to understand that Al Heyman is working overtime. He is paying these sanctioning bodies for mandatory spots. He's paying these sanctioning bodies to order fights. And people got to understand that. I don't see how y'all don't realize that shit, bro. Keith Thurman was not Errol Spence Jr.'s mandatory. It was Jerron Bruce Ennis. So how the hell in God's name did Keith Thurman became Errol Spence Jr.'s mandatory, that they're able to order that fight. Do you know why? Because Al Heyman is paying sanctioning bodies for mandatory spots. Keith Thurman is more of an attraction than Jerron Bruce Ennis. He's more of a what you call it? He's more marketable than Jerron Bruce Ennis. If Keith Thurman and Errol Spence Jr. is supposed to really fight, Keith Thurman is gonna sell the shit out of that fight. He's gonna promote the shit out of that fight, right? They're gonna make way more money than if Errol Spence Jr. will fight Keith Thurman than they fight Jerron Bruce Ennis. That's all Al Heyman cares about is fucking money, bro. Y'all don't realize that by now, bro. Y'all sitting here and crucify Turnbull Crawford. Bob is treating Turnbull Crawford like a slave. Bob is Turnbull Crawford pimp. All this shit, but when y'all look at Al Heyman and Errol Spence Jr., when Errol Spence Jr. can say on national television that the next fight is gonna happen is him versus Turnbull Crawford, right? When he beat Yordenis Ugas, when Errol Spence Jr. could say that I'm never gonna fight Keith Thurman, and now the fight is ordered between him and Keith Thurman, Al Heyman is showing this nigga that you're not your boss, you're not your own boss, and I'm in charge, and whatever I say goes. And you're gonna fight Keith Thurman, and you're not gonna fight Turnbull Crawford because we don't believe in you, and you don't believe in yourself. I'm not here to sit here and just trash Errol Spence Jr. and talk about him being drunk and shit. Like, whatever he want to do on his personal time, do on your personal time, bro. But when you have a fighter like Turnbull Crawford that's doing everything in his power, that's been proven doubters wrong, right? Time after time, and they got Errol Spence Jr. supporters keep trying to throw narratives out there instead of just giving this man his flowers, saying that this man is fighting tomato cans. Oh, he's fighting tomato cans. What the fuck are y'all talking about? What is a tomato can? A tomato can can't hit back. What the fuck are y'all talking about? How is he fighting a tomato can? Y'all have this narrative created around Errol Spence Jr., which is false. Y'all said, oh, Errol Spence Jr. fought a prime Sean Porter. A prime Sean Porter that then lost to Keith Thurman and then lost to Kell Brook. Two of his biggest fights at the welterweight division, he lost. He lost, bro. He fucking lost. Kell Brook just got knocked out by Triple G, broken eye socket, moved down from 160 to 147. Didn't even get a tune-up. Right? And faced Errol Spence Jr. and gave Errol Spence Jr. hell. Same with Sean Porter. Gave Errol Spence Jr. hell. But when they faced Turnbull Crawford and Turnbull Crawford destroyed them niggas, y'all say, oh, they wasn't in their prime. Like, what separated the Errol Spence Jr. fighting Kell Brook from Turnbull Crawford fighting Kell Brook? What separated? What separated them? One fight. One fight. That was really one fight. Because if you look at it, if you look at the record, when Errol Spence Jr. fought Kell Brook was 0-1, right? He got knocked out. He got knocked out by by Triple G, right? And then he fought Errol Spence Jr. right after that. When Kell Brook faced off against Turnbull Crawford, he was 3-0. He was coming off of 3 wins, right? And Turnbull Crawford stopped him in the 4th round. But y'all said that Kell Brook was washed up. But the Kell Brook that faced Errol Spence Jr. that got knocked out, broken eye socket, that moved from 160 to 147, he wasn't washed up? He wasn't drained, bro? When Errol Spence Jr. faced Sean Porter was what? 2-2. He was 1-1. He lost to Keith Thurman and he beat Danny Garcia, right? He lost to Keith Thurman and he beat Danny Garcia. And then he faced off against Errol Spence Jr. and he lost. When he faced off against Turnbull Crawford, he beat Yordenis Ugas and he beat Sebastian Formella. That's 2-0. And Turnbull Crawford beat Sean Porter and stopped Sean Porter. You know what y'all said? Oh, Sean Porter was retiring. He was retiring. But Sean Porter was talking all that hot shit that he was going to beat Turnbull Crawford. Sean Porter said he felt so great. He was going in there with confidence. He said all this extra shit, right? But Sean Porter was washed up. So no matter what Turnbull Crawford does, he's just not going to get his credit for it. So that us fans, not supporters, us fans, what we got to do is Detach Errol Spence Jr. from Terrence Bud Crawford. Let's do that. Like, Terrence Bud Crawford, he's supposed to be fighting on December 10th. Let's support him on BLK Prime. Support him. Let's keep supporting Terrence Bud Crawford on his journey. And let's detach their name, bro. Let's detach their name. Because when you detach their name, you see what Errol Spence Jr. got going on over there. He's not his own boss. He's being controlled by Mayweather and Al Heyman. He be saying, oh, Mayweather didn't do nothing for him for his career. But Mayweather be throwing subs at that nigga. Like, you can't be a part of Al Heyman and not be a part of Mayweather. Just know that. Like, Mayweather be sunning this nigga. I don't know if nobody don't realize that. Mayweather be dead ass throwing subs and sunning this nigga. He be throwing subs and sunning this nigga. He told the whole world that Terrence Bud Crawford is the best boxer right now. He told the whole world that, bro. So y'all gotta understand that Al Heyman don't believe in Errol Spence Jr. and Mayweather don't believe in Errol Spence Jr. and they run the PBC. That's why this fight is not gonna happen. They're business-minded, bro. They're never gonna sit there and throw their prize fighter and somebody in there with somebody that they believe that they can't win. Look, Tank Davis, right? People keep saying that he lost to Pitbull Cruz. I don't believe. People keep believing that people keep saying that he beat Pitbull Cruz. My fault. And I don't believe that he beat Pitbull Cruz. But just like how Mayweather, people said that Mayweather lost to Mandana. I believe he did lose to Mandana. Mayweather rematched Mandana, right? He rematched Mandana. But what happened? Gervonta Tank Davis is not going to rematch Pitbull Cruz. You know why? Because they don't believe in Tank Davis. They don't believe in him, bro. They don't believe in him. It's all about believing in your fighters, bro. It's all about believing in your fighters. They don't believe in him. You feel me? They don't believe in Errol Spence Jr. Mayweather lost to Madonna, and he whooped his ass the second fight. Feel me? I believe he lost to Castillo, and he whooped his ass the second fight. You know why? Because they believe in Mayweather. Whoever his promoter was at the time believed in Mayweather, right? They don't believe in Errol Spence Jr., bro. That's what Errol Spence Jr. supporters got to understand, bro. All of this hurdles and all of this shit to get to prevent the fight from happening, bro, because they don't believe in him. They don't believe in him. Look, the Keith Thurman fight is going to be made, right? Because there's no betting. There's no betting on anybody. Al Heyman is going to make all the money. He could take off whatever money he wants from the top, from the back end, whatever he be doing, because I'm convinced he just be robbing them niggas. But he doesn't have to bet on anybody. He's not losing anything. He's not losing anything. He believed in Errol Spence Jr. when Errol Spence Jr. faced off against Kell Brook. He believed in him. But Kell Brook is not Terrence Bud Crawford. That's why the fight is not being made, bro. Do y'all honestly believe if it was somebody else that was holding that belt, the fight wouldn't have been made by now? Come on, let's just put the nonsense aside and let's talk logical right here, bro. Do y'all believe if it was fucking Jeff Horn that had the belt, they wouldn't have been made that fight? They would have been made the fight already, bro. They would have been made the fight. They would have been made the fight. Let's look at how much Keith Thurman is going to be made, because I'm going to revisit this. Let's look at how much Keith Thurman is going to be made, right? It's going to make, right? Let's look at how much Keith Thurman is going to make. I guarantee you Keith Thurman get a guarantee. I guarantee, like, it's so easy to make that fight. And it was so crazy that y'all going to say that Terrence Bud Crawford is fighting a tomato can and Errol Spence Jr. is fighting Keith Thurman, right? But Keith Thurman just got hurt by fucking Mario Barrios by a body shot. Almost stopped his ass by a body shot. By a body shot. Almost got stopped by a body shot by Mario Barrios, somebody that Tank Davis knocked out, a 135-pounder knocked out. Right? Y'all serious, bro? But y'all gonna give Errol Spence Jr. credit for beating Keith Thurman, right? But if Terrence Bud Crawford was gonna fight Keith Thurman, you know what y'all would say? Oh, well, Keith Thurman is washed up. He lost to Manny Pacquiao. Like, that would have been an excuse, bro. So it doesn't matter, bro. Like, the fans don't matter. The fans is not gonna land Errol Spence Jr. in the Hall of Fame. Errol Spence Jr. is not going in the Hall of Fame. He fought in 2 weight classes, and this is the reality that people don't want to talk about. He fought in 2 weight classes. He didn't do nothing at 154 and decided that he's going to move down to 147 just to struggle to make weight. Just listen to this shit, right? He started his career at 154, right? He didn't do nothing at 154. He didn't pursue a belt or none of that shit. And then he moved down to 154, right? Just to struggle to make weight, right? To complain, right? Got 3 belts, right? Only need 1 more belt. To complain and said it's hard to make 147. He's thinking about moving up to 154. Why did you leave 154 in the first place, bro? You know why he left 154? Because he didn't want to be challenged by guys his size. So he came back down to go fight 147-pounder, go fight niggas that was moving up from 140 to 135 to fight him, bro. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. This is what happens when you separate, when you detach Errol Spence Jr. from Terrence Bud Crawford. This is what happens. You realize what his career is. He has a failing career, bro. And I'm not trying to bash him. It's the truth, bro. It's the truth. He has a failing career. Mayweather never became undisputed, but Mayweather is a 8 division champion, right? He's like an 8 division champion. But he never became undisputed. I don't believe Manny Pacquiao became undisputed. But he won championships in probably like 8, 9 different weight divisions, bro. You feel me? So, like, Errol Spence Jr. only won 3 belts. And he fought in 2 weight divisions. 3 belts, bro. And he been fighting for 10 years. That's his whole career. And y'all niggas are going to say that he's been doing the heavy lifting by defeating fighters that lost. That done lost. Not just 1 time, not just 2 times, but some of them, Ugas lost like 4 times before he faced them, bro. But y'all gave him the utmost credit, and y'all niggas say, oh, well, Ugas beat Terrence Bud Crawford in the amateurs, so we don't know. The type of shit that y'all Errol Spence Jr. supporters are delusional females, bro. Y'all gotta understand that, bro. They're delusional females. That's what I call them, bro. Delusional females, bro. They're delusional females. They will make excuses, and they will try to unsee what's in front of them. They will try to deny what's in. They're in denial. Like they're the weirdest fan base ever. I swear, bro. So you cannot talk to them. It doesn't matter. Just us Bud fans. Let's detach Errol Spence Jr.'s name from Terrence Bud Crawford and see and put a microscope on Errol Spence Jr.'s career and see what his career is. And we're gonna see if Errol Spence Jr. is gonna make it to the Hall of Fame without that 1 belt. Right? We're going to see if he actually going to move up to 140, 154, and if he's going to make noise at 154. Because Terrence Bud Crawford, bro, the nigga he done it all, bro. He done everything that y'all could think about, bro. He already had his 50-50 fight. Errol Spence Jr. would be a walk in the park for Terrence Bud Crawford, bro. He's going to beat his ass, bro. Errol Spence Jr. is flat-footed. You feel me? He's going to come with pressure, and Terrence Bud Crawford love pressure, especially from a guy that's slow. He's going to eat him alive, bro. Errol Spence Jr. will be one of the easiest fights for Terrence Bud Crawford. But we will never know. But they know, though. They know. Al Heyman knows. And Mayweather, that's a fucking legend. He knows, bro. He knows. Mayweather knows. The boxers that chose Terrence Bud Crawford, that said the reason why they choose Terrence Bud Crawford because Terrence Bud Crawford is more versatile. He can fight on the back foot, and he's very aggressive. He will knock your ass out too. Higher knockout rate than Errol Spence Jr., one of the highest knockout rate in boxing right now. Nigga done knocked out like 9 of his 10 opponents. Like, come on, bro. They know that he is not nothing to be fucked around with. That's the reason why Errol Spence Jr. is not in the ring. They know that it will be an easy fight for Terrence Bud Crawford, bro. It would be that would be one of his easiest fight, bro. A flat-footed ass nigga that don't protect himself that much. That would be an easy ass fight for Terrence Bud Crawford, bro. An easy ass fight for him, bro. You feel me? Terrence Bud Crawford had his toughest fight already, bro. Against Gamboa. He had his toughest fight already. Then niggas gonna say, who's Gamboa? Gamboa is a Hall of Famer. That's who Gamboa is. He's a Hall of Famer. That Errol Spence Jr. cannot say that he's a multi-division champion. He won a championship in different weight classes. So is Ricky Burns. That is probably gonna go in the Hall of Fame before Errol Spence Jr. Errol Spence Jr. is never gonna sniff the Hall of Fame. Let's detach these guys' name and put a microscope on their career and look who is going in the Hall of Fame, bro. Look why Errol Spence Jr. is relevant. Errol Spence Jr. is relevant because his name is attached to Terrence Bud Crawford's name. He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. So this is what I want Terrence Bud Crawford fans and channels to do, right? Let's stop talking about this nigga, bro. Let this nigga go. Let this nigga be. Let him do whatever he wants to do. You feel me? If he want to go and fight Keith Thurman, if you want to go ahead and fight whoever, and you want to move up in weight, let him do what he want to do. Let's just support Terrence Bud Crawford, bro. Let's just appreciate greatness, bro. Errol Spence Jr. is gonna run in the roadblock, bro. He's gonna run in the roadblock. He's gonna run in the roadblock, and he's gonna lose to somebody that y'all didn't expect him to lose to. It's gonna happen, bro. History always repeats itself, bro. Nobody thought that Keith Thurman was gonna lose to Manny Pacquiao. But Keith Thurman spent his whole career running from Spence and running from Terrence Bud Crawford, and look what happened. He lost to the old man. He lost to the old man. That's the same shit that's gonna happen to Errol Spence Jr. He can avoid Terrence Bud Crawford, but he's gonna lose to somebody that nobody expect him to. And then that's when y'all gonna be mad. Y'all rather him lose to somebody that nobody thought that he was going to lose to than lose to somebody that it was a 50-50 fight within Terrence Bud Crawford. According to y'all, you feel me? So it don't matter, bro. Like, it really don't matter. Like, the fans create narratives, bro. But the legends and everybody knows what's real. And even the boxers, they know what's real. Boxers done call him out already. ESPN done call him out already. Everybody done called him out already. It's just his supporters, they got their cult supporters. Like, their cult supporters. They're going to keep on making excuses. And as long as the LDBC is around, bro, people going to still think that Errol Spence Jr. wasn't the one that was holding up this fight. And Al Heyman, as long as the LDBC is around, bro, Boxing Eagle is gonna come out. He's gonna make 150 videos lying and making shit up and twisting it around. This nigga was the biggest Terrence Bud Crawford fan, bro. I already exposed this nigga already. He was the biggest Terrence Bud Crawford fan, bro. But once he realized he was getting a stamp from the PBC, he said, fuck Terrence Bud Crawford. Right? That's exactly what happened. Like, these niggas are unloyal, weird-ass niggas, bro. You feel me? Unloyal, weird-ass niggas. That's why Deontay Wilder came out and he exposed Al Heyman, saying that they don't want to make the big fight. They don't want to do that. They want to wait till niggas get old to make fights. Deontay Wilder exposed Al Heyman, bro. And that was y'all prize fighter right there, Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder did way more than Errol Spence Jr. Way more than that, nigga. He did way more. He took tougher, way more than that, nigga. Deontay Wilder lost, got back up, and fought, right? Errol Spence Jr. arguably had a split decision between him and Sean Porter, and he never rematched Sean Porter. Why? He didn't rematch Sean Porter. Why? And you got Terrence Bud Crawford on the other hand. He doesn't have close fights with anyone, bro. It would be a walk in the park. It would be a walk in the park. It would be one of his easiest fights. It would be one of Terrence Bud Crawford's easiest fight. But the PBC, they're aware of that. Al Heyman, Mayweather, they're aware of that. And that's the reason why they don't want to make the fight happen. That's why they could sit here and give everybody else guarantees but Terrence Bud Crawford. You feel me? But that's all I got for y'all, though. Like, this shit is getting tiring. Like, I was just bored and shit, you feel me? And I would just like, yo, let me just make a video. You feel me? But, like, this shit is getting out of hand. Like, if you're a Terrence Bud Crawford fan, let's just keep supporting Terrence Bud Crawford. Let's not talk about Errol Spence Jr. because that's how we're gonna promote the Keith Thurman fight for him. But let's not talk about this nigga. Let's leave this nigga, make him go beat Keith Thurman up, you feel me, and whatever the case may be, and let him avoid Terrence Bud Crawford. It doesn't matter, bro. His career was trash, bro. His career was trash. Keith Thurman got lost to Manny Pacquiao, almost got stopped by a featherweight, you feel me? And that's the nigga that he's gonna fight. They ain't make him fight Jerron Bruce Ennis, the dangerous Jerron Bruce Ennis, because they already build up Errol Spence Jr. and they're gonna continue to build him up. They don't want him. They gotta build up Jerron Bruce Ennis. Y'all gotta remember. He's the most skilled fighter on the PBC right now. But they got to build him up. Errol Spence Jr. is already built up. So they're going to keep him at that level. You feel me? And they're going to keep extorting the shit out of him. Instead, they elevate him so he can reach legendary status. Detach his name from Bud's name, bro. And you see a 3 weight division champion in Terrence Bud Crawford, former undisputed legend. He's already going in the Hall of Fame already. Like his hand is already imprinted in the Hall of Fame. Like he sits at the table with Hall of Fame. His Hall of Famer says you're one of the greatest fighters. Like he's already there. He's there already, bro. This man is not even nowhere close. He hasn't done anything to be nowhere close. It's just he's just hyped up by a whole bunch of channels that are getting paid and are getting stamped by the PBC. That's it. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like. Make sure y'all share this video if y'all enjoy this content. And I'm out.